How are we doing today? Theo here. Two glasses. That one looks to me slightly lighter than that one. That one is the pink one, which seems to be fairly widely available. And there's this, which I swear I've not really seen much of before. So that's the Pipeline Punch. This is the Pacific Punch, or whatever you call it. And my brother recommended I do this because I've probably reviewed them both. I've certainly reviewed the one that I've not tried. So my brother's tried these. What he noticed is the concentrated fruit juices are in different percentages, but the ingredients are very similar, so they should taste similar. And they do, but they're not exactly the same. For example, Sam said he could taste the cherry in that, and probably the raspberry in this that isn't in this. But this one's got higher percent of fruit juices. Like I said before, he pointed out, unless it was a joke or misinformation, he pointed out that they use apple as the top one because it's the cheapest. It makes sense in the sense that it's less exported. That was his point, so it might actually be true. Like I said before, the price mark was 4p difference. Tiny bit more sugar in this one, so that might be something to do with it, the way the modern climate is. So, first off, I'm going to compare the smell. Very, very, very similar. That one might be slightly sweeter, which it would make sense. More like cherry vibe. That's the difference. Maybe a touch more tropical, but it's more specific as opposed to tropic. So this is the Pacific Punch. I often think the colour of these drinks reminds me of carrot juice, particularly that one. Like I said before, it's one of the more sherbety, interesting tasting ones. Might be one of the better ones on the par with the purple mixed one. As you can see, that Harvestone glass, which I haven't even got to yet, is a bit smaller than that deceptively small glass, and the reason it's deceptively small is because it's reasonably thick. So I'll give that another taste in a minute. This one's a slightly more orange colour, whereas that one is more the colour of the can. The other can, that is. I'll compare the smell again from a cup. There's just that slight different note in that one. Maybe a little bit more prominent smell. I think this one doesn't smell as strongly. Definitely slightly different. It's not a carbon copy, but you could put them in a similar genre. Let me have another look and I'll tell you what I'm tasting in this, because I'm tasting something in this that isn't in the other. No, it's just got more juice in this one. Maybe that's why it's a bit less artificial, just a bit less sugar. But I'll say apple, orange, raspberry, cherry, guava, pineapple, passion fruit. Tastes slightly different to apple, orange, guava, pineapple, passion fruit. So there's more variety in this one, but a lower level of juice. That's one of the things I've noticed. I don't think this one's as easily obtainable, unfortunately. that's the glass for the other one. I'm going to put them side by side. Yes, the cherry and the raspberry, as my brother found, more so the cherry, but maybe both, more tasteable in this one compared to this one. So like I say, other than that, the one with slightly less fruit juice but more variety in is the one that's got a tiny bit more sugar and calories in it. It makes it more classed as unhealthy. But I also don't think there's particularly much use with artificial sweeteners either, particularly that they tend to contain both. Not always though. Red Bull is just sugar, I believe. But anyway, I'll leave it at that because there's only so much awesomeness that you can transcend.